Right guys, welcome back to Bulgaria. Welcome to episode number 5 of our Build a Nation save here as the manager of Bdin Vidin. If I'm saying that correctly, correct me if I'm not. We've reached halfway through season number 2. Of course, we're in the second tier in Bulgaria, in the Vitora Liga. And we're going to have a run through of what's happened since you're last with us. First of all, nothing in terms of the club has happened. There's been no talks of takeovers, anything like that. Financially, we're in a debt again. We're about £76,000 in debt. We are underneath that wage budget by a fiver though. So we're doing okay in terms of that. We are losing money, but we do have a couple of new sponsors. So we do bring in about £140,000 a season in terms of sponsorship, which is good really, and it does help clear that debt at the end of the season. We've made 2 more signings since you were last with us. One's permanent, one's on loan from our parent club, Levski Sofia. The first one is the permanent one, and it is Ivan Sassino, the Italian with some Argentinian heritage there. Comes in. Initially, I brought him in as a defensive midfielder when I was playing the Segundo Volante role. And he's not really featured too much for me because I've changed the formation. He's currently injured as well. Just coincidentally, guys, if you keep seeing me glancing over that way, this is the 3rd time I've tried to record this, and each and every time I get to the match and my computer crashes. So I've done a full reset of the computer, shut it down, restarted it. Hopefully this is the one. But the next player on loan is Zoumana Diallo. He's come in, 19-year-old Malian with French heritage. He's coming on loan from Levski Sofia, our parent club, and he's hit the ground running with 3 goals and assist in his 4 starts for us so far. He's done very, very well. In terms of how things have gone since you were here, though, of course, it was the opening day fixture against Nesebar, where it was a fantastic 8-0 win. Next up was Septembri Sofia, a 2-0 win. Myung, who's been absolutely fantastic, by the way, is Myung. And Klementov getting the goals again, another very, very good performance. But then we dropped points in the next game, and it felt to me like we dropped 2 points here, considering we were 2-0 up after 4 minutes. Both of the goals coming from Myung before Strumska Slava pinned us back in the second half. But then in the very next game, it felt like we gained a point in this one because we were 2-0 down at half time. We pegged them back to 2-2 through Klementov and Parmagiobo before they scored again through Natchev, but then Myung popped up with the equaliser in the 87th minute. Very, very equal game. They probably had more of the ball than we did. We had more shots. But 3-3, pretty much a fair result in the end. Unfortunately, we did lose our next one, and we were FM'd a little bit to Belasica. They had a fantastic start to the season. They were top of the table in this one, and they've come to our place, the Georgi Benkovsky Park, and they've had 2 shots on target, and they've both gone in, which was a little bit poor. We've dominated the game and got beat. However, we bounced back with 5 straight wins in all competitions. The first of which coming away to CSKA 1948 second team. Pama Jobo with the only goal of the game in the 20th minute. Another good performance. Before going away to Minor Pernik and grabbing a 4-1 victory. 1-0 at half time. Myung with the only goal in the first half. We then went either 3-0, 3-1 or 4-0 then 4-1. Both these last 2 goals were both in the 80th minute. And I'll be honest guys, I can't remember which order they were scored in. My memory's awful. I could probably watch the goals and find out really. But we won't do that really. It was a 4-1 victory. And we made it 9 goals in 2 games in the very next game against Lokomotiv Gorna Oryakhovista. 5-1 in this one. Aitov followed by an own goal from Ivanov before our own Ivanov got on the score sheet, and Parmajobo and Myung wrapped it up. A very, very good performance. Went through in the cup after extra time despite having 41 shots at goal. Took a 110th minute goal from Balov to get us through. You can see that Myung did pick up an injury in this one though, and he missed about a month's worth of football. Back to league action though, against Chernomorets Burgas, and it was a 3-2 win. 3-2 at half time. Not a lot happened in the second half. They were 2-0 up in this one, and we pegged them back to 3-2 before half time. Halil getting the goal in the 31st minute there. He was Myung's replacement for this one. Again, we've played really, really well in the game, and then we got beat. Quite disappointingly, we conceded in the first minute. The Atanasov in the first minute. It was like that till half time. They went 2-0 up on 51 before we pegged them back to 2-2, but we conceded to Hristev in the 74th minute, and it was very, very disappointing to drop points, to lose the game. They did have more of the ball. They would probably argue with a better team. But again, we've bounced back with a really good result against Ludogorets' second team, and it was Kirillov from that left-hand side getting both the goals in this one. We've really dominated the game against Ludogorets' second team there. A good performance. Backed that up against Svetkavista away from home, and we nearly bottled it. We were 4-0 up at half time, as you can see there, through Aitov, Halil and Pamajobo. Absolutely dominated the game, but we nearly give it up in the second half, and I think if there was 10 more minutes in the game, then we possibly would have dropped the points. After being 4-0 up at half time, that would have been really hard to stomach. You can see Aitov's picked up 4, well, he hasn't picked up anything, but he's got 4 key passes there, 2 goals and a 9.0 rating. He's done pretty well for us. And then finally, I faced my side from FM23 in Baro Staria Zagora, the team favourite to win the division. They were relegated last season. They missed a penalty in the 9th minute. We had Atanasov sent off in the 66th minute, which probably hampered our chances of winning. But we were exceptionally good in this game, and Juan Pablo Montoya picking up the man of the match with that penalty save, obviously. And it was quite unfortunate to not get all 3 points from this game. But what that does do for us is, in terms of the league table, we are currently sat at the top on goal difference over Krumovgrad, who are today's opponents. Coincidentally, we are away to Krumovgrad. So we sit at the top on goal difference, and that's partly due to the fact that we have scored the most goals in the league in 37. Defensively, we're not fantastic. We're sort of average, really, and that is reflected in the data hub. If you have a look at this, it's not something I use very often, the data hub, but we have got goals per game at 2.85, which the league average is 1.5. So we're absolutely smashing that. Shots per game as well, we're 19. The league average is 9.8. Conceded per game is just above average. We concede 0.11 fewer than the average in the league, which is what I mean. We are average in terms defensively. Today's game, though, let's get into it. We are away, like I say, to Krumovgrad, who were relegated themselves last season, so I am expecting a very difficult game. We'll have a look at the lineup that we're going to go with for today. I just want to make one change. I want Diallo instead of Pamajobo. It's going to be Montoya in goal, though. He's done okay. He's only got 3 clean sheets for this season, conceded 18. He's done okay. Right back for today is Radoslav Zahirev. He comes in, the 20-year-old who's not up to scratch. He's really not up to scratch, but we do have the suspension to Atanasov, who did get sent off in the last game against Baro. The first of the central defenders today is Nikola Borisov. He's had an okay season at a 6.84. Not got on the score sheet yet, but he's done okay defensively. And alongside him we have Max Bonalaire, the man on loan from Levski Sofia, our parent club. He's had a good season as well at 6.91. Has got a goal as well. But as you can see here, they don't have a particularly good partnership together, which is a little bit unfortunate. Left back is going to be Christian Christov. Now, he's had a very good season on a 7.09, 2 goals and 2 assists. Aitov as the ball winning midfielder, 3 goals and 2 assists, a 7.3 rating, which is very, very good. And alongside him in the centre of the park, we have Ivialio Klementov, 7.51 average rating as the box-to-box midfielder. But he does sort of tend to drift around. He plays left, he plays right. He hasn't played in the middle yet, but he's sort of played in several different positions for us this season. But he's done very, very well on a 7.51 rating. Right hand side of the attacking midfielders, we have Christian Balov, the man on loan from Slavia Sofia, who's on a 7.32 average rating. He's only got 2 goals, but 6 assists. So far this season. Again, he's done particularly well. On the left, we have Steven Kirillov, one of our own players, on a 7.7 with 5 goals and 1 assist. And then we get who I consider to be our star man this season. That is Myung Se-jin, on loan from Sloboda. That's not who I loaned him from. I loaned him from Hyundai Motors. They've obviously sold him on since I loaned him, and we've just continued the loan. I've only just noticed that, guys. But 7 goals and 3 assists with a 7.72 average rating. And then up top today is going to be Diallo, the man on loan from our parent club. I messed up with the loan again, though. He's only here till February. Hopefully I can extend that. But he's done quite well since he's come in. So that's the lineup for today, guys. Let's go and see if we can beat Krumovgrad. And fingers crossed that it doesn't crash again. So as the players come out onto the pitch in this table-topping clash, which I do expect to be particularly difficult, they were relegated last season. They are a much better team than us, but hopefully we can get a result here. That would be fantastic. And it is Bdin on the ball straight away, but the Krumovgrad defenders have managed to to pinch it off us, and now they're looking forward. That's a good pass out to the right hand side, and Falke back to Stoyachev. They're working something here quite nicely. Krumovgrad to come back to the defenders though. We're putting the pressure on the ball, but they've played their way around it. We've forced them back again. Nice little spell of possession early on in the game for Krumovgrad. And it's back on the right hand side with Falke. Can he pick out a pass? And it comes back to a central defender instead. We've forced them all the way back to the goalkeeper. The pressure is working there. But it is Georgiev with the ball. As long as we don't let them play around us like they're doing at the minute with Antonov on this left hand side. Going to get the ball into the box. He does get the ball into the box. It's deep. And it's headed in by Kolev. Alexander Kolev gets his 6th of the season. And we fall behind in this game. 22 minutes in. It's Krumovgrad with the ball again. They've gone long, but that's easy for Borisov. No pressure on whatsoever. Comes right to Zaharev. Forward towards Balov. Balov coming inside. Finds Aitov. Aitov the ball over the box. Looking for Diallo. Diallo's in. Zumana Diallo gets his 3rd of the season in the league. Oh, no, he doesn't. It's offside. That would have been a great finish from Diallo there if that had counted. Unfortunately not to be. And with half an hour on the clock, it's sort of even. Krumovgrad are slightly better than us. And as we approach half time, it is a Bdin with the ball again. It's Balov to Borisov. Borisov back into Balov. Balov needs some support ahead of him though. He decides to go himself. Can he deliver the cross? Can he deliver the cross? He can deliver it. It's towards that back post, and Diallo gets there. It's hit the crossbar. We've hit the crossbar. It's come as far as Zaharev. Who, unfortunately, that is the end of the highlight. But we're knocking on the door here of Krumovgrad. And as we approach now half-time, into injury time, we do have a corner towards that 6-yard area. Kirillov gets there, and we've hit the top of the crossbar again. And unfortunately, it has gone over. And that is the way it stays till half-time. You can see that we are actually on top, which is a little bit of a surprise. It's disappointing to be 1-0 down, though. And we're into the second half now, guys. 10 minutes in, it's Krumovgrad with the ball again. They've had another effort from range. Unfortunately, this one has gone over. One thing I have noticed in this second tier in Bulgaria is there is a load of goals going from outside the area. I do not know why, whether it's the quality of the goalkeeper. And it's just, they can't save them really. But Kirillov with the corner, again towards that near post. Headed by the Krumovgrad defender. Klementov is going to retrieve this ball. Finds Kirillov again. Still on the right hand side. Into Myung. Myung with the effort. This one's gone over the bar. It's a little bit hopeless from Myung, really. But we're the better team here, guys. We just can't seem to score. And we're into the final 15 minutes now, and it is still 1-0 to Krumovgrad. But we do have the ball. It's a Balov coming inside again. Finds a Diallo. Diallo's got 2 ahead of him. That's a good tackle by the defender, but Diallo retains possession. Finds Kirillov. Kirillov inside. Comes back. To Bonalaire, back to Kirillov. Aitov, forward to Myung Sage-in with the effort from the edge of the area. It's his 8th goal of the season. It's an absolute bullet into the bottom corner. And we have finally got what we've deserved in this game. I think with the way that we've been playing, it's a fantastic finish. Set up by Aitov, who'll claim another assist, but that is an absolute bullet. Can we steal all 3 points? Klementov with the corner. It's towards that near post. It's a beginning penalty. Bonalaire was pushed. Myung to take the penalty. Yes, Myung. Putting his arms in the air, trying to get the supporters going. There's two away fans. But Myung with his 2nd of the season. We've turned this game around in the last sort of 10 minutes, guys, and that is no more than we deserve looking at the match stats. We've got 24 shots to Krumovgrad's 5, but this is where we equalise, isn't it? Montoya with the goal kick, headed on by Diallo, finds Myung on a hat-trick now. Myung looking down the line, doesn't get there though, and this is Krumovgrad coming forward. They've played it nicely. Sirkin's in. Oh, he's hit the inside the post. Montoya's standing watching it. Just get rid. No! We've won. We've beaten Krumovgrad away from home, which is an absolutely fantastic result. Those 2 supporters have come from Vidin. Yeah, they'll be over the moon. So, other results went our way as well. September Sofia did get beaten by CSKA, 1948's second team. So we now have a little bit of daylight at the top with 3 points clear at the top of the table with the best goal difference in the division, which is really, really good. And hopefully we can continue that push and get ourselves into the top flight, where then it's going to be about survival. But yeah, we'll be back at the end of the season, guys, to check how we've done. Obviously, we'll have a look at the European stuff and see how Ludogorets, Levski Sofia, the likes have got on. See if we've moved up those Nation Club coefficients. But guys, that is it for today. We'll be back, like I say, at the end of the season. Please remember to hit that thumbs up button for me, and I will see you all in the next episode. So thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you later.